All right, hey guys, Jason here. Today we're going to talk about turning off the nannies on this thing here, what we got going on. So we're going to show you how to shut those off and get rid of it and make it happen. But we have our Gladiator, and the same goes for Rubicon, and they come with a ton of great features, but unfortunately Jeep locks out a lot of those features or gives you a headache with some of them. Things like the auto start stop, the 3 honk on the door, the lockers only in 4 high with off-road plus and all the stuff you got to go through, not being able to use your front locker in 4 high if you want to. There's a bunch of features that are hidden behind a lockout basically from the factory for a good reason for people that don't know any better. But you can't actually pull forward, you can't move the vehicle if a door is open because it automatically locks the brake and won't let you do it. Things of that nature that come on many vehicles, okay? A lot of vehicles have all kinds of weird things like that. Well, Jeep has it too, but fortunately, we get the Tazer Mini. Okay, I did a video on this when I put that Tazer Mini in here a year ago, and we're gonna recap on it today and talk about it because it is amazing. So you have a Wrangler or a Gladiator, you can get a Tazer Mini, all right? This Tazer Mini, and I don't remember what they are now, they're about 300 bucks, but basically it's just a little tool, it is not a tuner, but it plugs up right up in there somewhere. You'll see it up there someplace, but it's a little tricky to get it in there the first time trying to connect it in there with the wires, but once you get it set in there, it's pretty sweet. And what it's going to do is it's going to, let me kill my dash cam because it's just going to keep going. There we go. But what it's going to do is it's going to allow you to turn off a lot of those features. So if we look at it in here, like here, first of all, if I start this truck up, okay, now when I close this door, this is the only thing that on my Tazer Mini that gives me fits. Everything else works 100%. Now my 3 honk feature for the door, it works for about a month and then it goes off and I gotta turn it on again through the Tazer Mini, through the simple functions on there, but I gotta do that on there as well too. And I'll link the video at the end of this. It shows that first one. It shows you how to go through and do these settings. But that's the only one. Let's see if it works right now or not, or if it's gonna beep. Hear that? Okay, that's how I knew to make this video, was because it started doing it again. So in the year that I've owned this will be my 3rd time I've had to just reset the horn honk. Okay, that for some reason that one just doesn't stay longer than a few months. I don't know what the reasoning is. I don't know if there's an over-the-air update that Jeep does that changes that on me. I don't know what the case is, but everything else sticks perfectly in here. So what you have is, like for example, notice that my auto start stop is always off. Okay, I didn't push that already. That means it's off. That's off on not happening. Okay, so I have that turned off all the time when I'm in here. And I can also, now what's nice too, is I can use my, I'm not going to go through and do it, but I can use my lockers. I can use my rear locker in 4 high without having to hit the off-road plus button. Now, if you don't have a Tazer Mini, you have to use the off-road plus button. Then you got to go through the menu and then you got to turn off full traction control, and then you can use your rear locker in 4 high. It's a great system. They let you do that. Me, I can be driving down the road and just tap that button and boom, my locker's on. It's that simple. And same with my front. So I get that luxury of being able to do that, and I can use my front in 4 high as well too. That is a beautiful feature that I get to be able to do that. Whoa, hold on, that's too loud, sorry. But being able to do that is a fantastic feature. And having the auto start stop off, having the 3 honk off, and then also this where I can leave my doors open and I can put this in drive. Okay, it says vehicle not in park, that's fine, but it lets me drive. Okay, it doesn't lock up my brake, we're moving. Okay, so that is, I can do the same thing in reverse. So that's a beautiful feature that we can do that where normally you cannot, because it locks you out of being able to do that. So those are some of the things that I used on that Tazer Mini that I set up on there. There's so much more to it that you can do with it, and I'll go through and show you on there how it works. I wonder if I can, even from memory, let's see if we can do that horn honk from memory, just for the heck of it while we're here. So I know that, all right, that was way too hard to do one-handed to show you, but you can see we are actually doing a reboot on there right now. It is rebooting. I just redid I turned off and turned back on my kill honk on there. But again, I will link that other video shows it, but this is a very simple process, and the menus and everything are there. I will put those in here for you as well, or in that video at the end too, for you, so you'll want to watch it. But what I want to talk about mainly is the beauty of this thing. After having it in here for a year, It's incredible how it reduces all that stuff. And now that we got the ZR2 dealing with the auto start stop, that's this thing rebooting itself, doing everything on here. When it's done, you do a reboot, and then you're gonna also do a 2 sleep cycles. Quick and easy process to do, but it makes it all set up on there, and then we gotta do the sleep cycles on it when it's done rebooting. But the ZR2 with the auto start stop, all that kind of crap, having all of that be off on here is worth its weight in gold. And then again, to be able to use my lockers to back up when I'm backing up to a trailer, if I want to have my door open and be backed up while I'm doing that, it's all super, super important to have that feature and that capability in there. So we love that. And then also, if you get new tires, if you put, let's see if that actually worked here. I'm curious. I know I got to still do my sleep cycles or my reboots on there, but let's see if it worked now on the horn honk thing. Let's just see if it did without even doing the sleep cycles. Let's see. I'm curious. But there it is right there. If it just didn't, let's see if it's going to honk now, because I didn't do the sleep cycles yet. Nope, look it. See that? Solved my problem. So that's perfect. But if you want to put, like when I put these 35-inch tires on here, by using that Tazer Mini, I was able to actually measure the exact height of my tire and input that value into that Tazer Mini so that my MPGs, my shift points, everything are 100% spot on because my tire diameter is set to match the computer. And that's a beautiful thing. Remember, this is not what we have going on here is not an actual, it is not a, well, what's the word I'm looking for? It is not a tune. Okay, it's not doing a tuning option to this vehicle, so it does not void warranty, it does not cause any issues. Now, they do tell you that it is a good idea to remove that Tazer Mini if you take your vehicle in for any kind of diagnostic service. The reason for that is because the Tazer Mini is turning off things in the computer system, and it might throw a red flag for them. Now, it's not changing anything. It's not altering anything. All it's doing is turning off some lockouts, but there's so many features to that Mini that you can use beyond what I did. But for me, and what I want, it was the reason I bought it was to be able to adjust my tire height with putting 35s on there. And the dealership here was $185 for them to recalibrate my speedometer. Well, I think I paid $230 or whatever it was for my Tazer Mini. And so I already have everything. Maybe it was more, might have been 300, I don't remember, but either way, not only did I get to reset my tire size, I also got all the benefits of that. The ones, again, that I use, lockers in 4 low, in 4 high, I can use my, let me take you for a ride and show you that, because it's pretty worth it. Let me go show you. So I can use my rear locker in 2-wheel drive, and I can use it in 4-wheel drive high without having to go through Off-Road Plus, and I can use my front locker in 4 high as well too. So if we take a ride, I got a dirt road right over here. Let's just go take a quick spin, and then I can show you this. Take you for a peek, but I love it. But also, I never have to touch this button ever in this vehicle. It is always off. I do not have to play any games or mess with it under any circumstances, and I straight up love that versatility in there. And to be able to have that backup option with the door open when I go to back up to trailers and things like that is worth its weight in gold. So there's a lot of those kind of features that are worth it. There's probably a couple more that I use that I'm not even bringing up or thinking about. So, but it's a beautiful, beautiful setup. Now here's a dirt road. So here we are, we hit a dirt road. Now watch this, I'm in 2-wheel drive still. See, hang on, let me get that screen off of there. Hang on, how do I get back to my, where's my speedometer? Come on, get my speedometer. Oh, hang on, I can't stand these menu things. They're annoying as can be. Hold on. Just drive through all this. There we go, we got it. Okay, so now, but you can see we are in 2-wheel drive high right there. Now, all I have to do is come down here and I hit my rear locker button. Bam. Okay, we got a rear locker. Click it in right here, okay? Right here, you can see it. Let's hit it. Here you go. Right here. Rear locker, lock engaged. Okay, it is engaged. So I'm in 2-wheel drive with a rear locker. That's a beautiful thing. You cannot do this in a Jeep any other way. So that is gold that they give us that option. Now, if I wanted to, I cannot go to front and rear. Okay, I can't do that. I'm not going to try. I can't do that in 2-wheel drive. Let's turn the locker off. Locker's now disengaged. Look at that Toyota, how nice and quick that was. But now if I put this into 4 high, okay, so if I'm going to go and we're just going to shift her right into 4 high. All right, we're in 4 high. We got 4 high lit up on here. Look at that. Love the manual transfer case selector. Just beautiful. But now here, I can stop. Watch this. Ready? Bam. Front and rears. right there. Front, look how quick that is. Front and rears are officially locked in. Both of them. We are now fully locked up, front and rear, in 4 high. Okay, that is a gorgeous, gorgeous thing to be able to do that. Now, and I mean, then to get it off, we just come to a full stop in here. You want to be stopped, hit the exit button, unlocking in process, and it's going to unlock. Now let's let's talk about that for a second here. Let's look at the reality of this. Why would you want to use your front lockers in 4 high? Why people are like, well, you only need to use that in 4 low if you're going to be using your locker. Do it in 4 low. And I hear that stuff. I see what you're saying, but there is a reality to this that if I am driving on this type of terrain here, okay, you can see everything there, but if I'm on this, and I come to a slippery, muddy section. Look at how nasty this road is. We got rain going here, but say this was just like ice and slippery and messy and nasty and 4 inches of deep mud. I don't need 4 low. All I need is better traction. Okay, I don't want to have to stop, shift into neutral, shift into 4 low, and then turn on my lockers. And then when I get past that spot where now we're back on normal dirt road, shift out of it. I don't want to go through that hassle and that kind of crap to deal with. It's not worth it to me. So we don't want that. All I want to be able to do is literally just, bam, hit the button while I'm in 4 high and have access to all 4 lockers to get me through something. I don't need the extra power of the low range transfer case to do it for me. All I need it to do is just get me through and give me a little extra traction. So it's a beautiful thing. So this Tazer Mini really opens up the doors of what a Wrangler or a Gladiator can do by removing some of these security lockout features. I understand why they got to have auto start stop. Government says so. Tazer Mini says, no, hold my beer. Okay, same with the lockers. You know, Jeep and most companies, look at Toyota being the worst. Their attitude is, no, you don't get your lockers unless you're in 4 high is the only way to get access to your or 4 low for your lockers. Ford, Chevy give you the option to a locker to do your rear locker in 4-wheel drive high, and even some of them in 2-wheel drive, so you get those options. But in a Jeep, you don't get an option except for using your rear locker in 4 high stock and your front locker in 4 low in stock form. The Tazer Mini says, no, we want to use a locker whenever we want to. Give us the rear locker in 2-wheel drive, 4 high, 4 low, whatever we want. And for the front locker, give it to us in 4 high if we say so also. So it's a beautiful thing. And there's so many more things. You got light shows that you can do if you're in parades or anything like that, or got something set up. You got winch mode. You got, I mean, there's literally, I'll bet there's 50 to 75 to 100 different functions that Tazer Mini will override. And I will list them for you on this too. I'll put them at the end so you can scroll through it and see it. I'll actually open up the Tazer Mini page and put it on here for you. But it takes this vehicle to a level that not many other ones get to. It gives you all of that accessibility and freedom to change things and set it up and change your gear ratios, your shift points. I mean, you can change so many different things in this vehicle, and it's all just basically software because the computer is already set to do this stuff anyway. What it does is Tazer says, I'll let you, the owner of the vehicle, have the opportunity to set that the way you want it to be set. So it's a beautiful, beautiful thing that we love. Tazer Mini is by far the best mod I ever did to this Jeep. It is worth it, hands down. When I buy my next one next year, or at the end of this year, when I buy my next one, the same exact Tazer Mini unit will come out of this and will go into that one. I will never own one of these vehicles without a Tazer Mini. It was well worth the money. So hopefully this kind of shows you some of the best parts. But like if I'm out here, that 3 honk, okay, that 3 honk was one that drove me nuts too, that we just recorrected. But if I'm out here and I'm out here running around and I'm like, oh, okay, well, what do we got there? I want to go look at something. Maybe there's a snake here. I'm real big into herping and finding rattlesnakes and things like that. And I want to see, I can get out of the truck like this and do something. Or if I want to go look at something over there, I can close my door and I don't have honk, honk, honk happening every time I do that. And I can do whatever I want to without having to leave my door open. That is a beautiful feature that Jeep just drives you nuts with, and now I have that solved. So like I said, it's a brilliant, brilliant tool that I cannot recommend enough. And if you have a Wrangler, you have a Gladiator, I promise you, you might not think you want it or it's going to be that valuable or it's worth the, well, I don't remember what it was, $250 to, let's say somewhere between $250 and $350. I don't remember. but it is worth its weight in gold, and it does not void your warranty. Sorry, I'm trying to look around as I come around the corner. It does not void your warranty. They do tell you that you want to remove it if you're bringing it in for diagnostic service. I've never had to bring my Jeep in for anything yet, but if I were to have to, I would probably leave it in even and just tell my local dealership, hey, you know, if you're running codes on there, oh, you can also do that. You can see what your codes are through the Tazer Mini. It'll tell you what codes you have active, what they are, and it will even let you clear the codes, just like you had an OBD reader, okay? So you can do any of that kind of stuff yourself as well. Like I said, such a powerful tool, and it just, you know, it takes this to the level that we want it. But the brilliance for me, all the nannies are off, and I get to run the vehicle like I want to run a vehicle. To me, it's a tool, and I need it to do that. Running lockers is not a part-time deal for me. They're an everyday experience. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed it. But if you own one, if you got, a lot of you guys just bought Gladiators. If you're buying a Gladiator, or you're buying a Wrangler, my advice, spend the money, get yourself a Tazer Mini, and it will make life so much easier for you. You will be super glad you did. Mine has been flawless, except for that 3 honk kill thing that, like I said, and I've had this thing for, I bought it in September. So I've had it, so it's October, November, so I've had it for basically 16, 17 months I've owned this truck, and I put the Tazer Mini in it pretty quick, and like I said, that was just the third time today, was the third time I had to recalibrate, you know, by going there and then turn it off, turn it back on again to get that 3 honk thing. Everything else works flawlessly every single time. So like I said, well worth its weight in gold. You will love it. Thanks for watching.